we have too much jargon.
Yeah.
Okay, or acronyms for various things. Again, it's a pain. So a DB pension, a defined benefit, can come in a number of guises. The key thing is there is an element of guarantee. That's the most important thing. So for members of the public, if they have their annual benefit statement and it says in there that it is guaranteed, then what that means is that that element of the pension is not subject to investment performance in the stock market. All of that investment performance, all of that risk is taken on by the employer. Because what a DB pension is actually an employer giving an undertaking that upon your retirement, I will guarantee to pay you X. And X might be 1/80th for each year of service, 1/60th for each year of service, 1/45th for each year of service.
1/60th of their income
at retirement.
At retirement age.
Or for the number of years they've worked. So, for example, if I am accruing, saving pension benefits with the employer on a 1/60th basis, and I worked for 20 years, when I come to retire, depending upon what the definition of final salary is, I will have 1/3 of my final salary as a pension, guaranteed for the rest of my life. And the key point is, in that situation, part of that pension will be subject to increases with inflation. Now, you might turn around and say, oh, Pete, that's a load of garbage. You know, inflation for the next 12 months is only 1.7. That's what's been the rise in public sector pensions, which we'll come on to later, I'm sure, is 1.7. Last year it was 6.7, and the year before that it was 10.1, when, not being politically incorrect, Liz Truss put a foot in it, you know? So when she put a foot in it, most people were cheering because it went up to 10.1, and then therefore that guaranteed that the inflationary increases for the April of the following year was 10.1, then 6.7, and now it's down to 1.7. So it is really, really important for the public to understand that when they're looking at their annual benefit statement, they understand what it is that they've got.
So if a scheme was 80ths, realistically, that person's never going to earn their full salary because they would need to work at that place for 80 years, wouldn't they, to get their full salary at retirement. So if they did 40 years, they might get half.
Yeah, that's right.
Which would be like if they worked from 20 to 60 at the same organisation.
Correct. And that's traditionally, you know, going back years ago, some people did. They went in some places went in as a boy and came out as a man much later, or a girl and coming out as a woman, you know, from that basis. But yeah, so 40/80ths, okay, of service would give you half of whatever the definition of final pensionable earnings might be. Now, for example, that might be your last year of earnings before you retire. Could be 1 in the last 5. It could be 3 in the last 5. It could be an average of that. It could be anything as defined by the scheme rules. Just on that as well, there's another type of pseudo final salary scheme that's come about now, because they're also called defined benefit or final salary scheme. And that is a career average revalued earnings scheme, or a CARE scheme, as some people call it, CARE. So a CARE scheme is basically that each year you earn a fraction of your salary, your pensionable earnings, as a pension. And then that is revalued. And that's put in a box and revalued every year. And then at retirement, all the boxes are added up, and that's your pension, which is different to 1/60th of a future pension that I have.
That was a clip from our conversation with defined benefit pension expert Peter Lawler. You can watch the full thing right here.